Part 3, the emotional hunger we don't talk about. Let's be honest, the real battle isn't on your plate, it's in your mind. Most people aren't just hungry for food, they're starving for permission. Permission to eat, to rest, to live without guilt. We've been conditioned to see hunger as weakness and fullness as failure. Every clean eating post, every no cheat days slogan, every influencer selling shame as discipline, they've all planted a seed of fear in us. Fear of calories, fear of appetite, fear of losing control. But the truth, the only thing we've really lost control of is trust. Trust in our bodies. Trust in the idea that we can eat without spiraling. Trust that food doesn't define our worth. Do you remember the first time you felt guilty for eating? Maybe it was dessert at a family dinner, maybe a slice of pizza on a night out. You laughed, then said, "I'll burn it off tomorrow," as if joy needed to be justified. That guilt doesn't come from food, it comes from culture, from decades of diet dogma that taught us to apologize for pleasure, to equate hunger with failure and control with success. But that's not nutrition, that's mental warfare. And it's the reason millions of people are trapped in cycles of restriction and rebound, eating too little, then too much, then hating themselves for both. We've created a world where eating more is seen as indulgent, when it's actually intelligent. Think about that. You eat a balanced, satisfying meal and someone says, "Wow, you're eating a lot." But if you sip a green juice and call it dinner, they call you disciplined. That's not health, that's confusion dressed as control. Real discipline isn't in denying your body's needs. It's in honoring them without fear. It's in learning that nourishment and aesthetics don't have to be enemies, because when you eat more, not recklessly but consciously, you're not losing control. You're taking it back. And maybe that's what makes this message so powerful and so uncomfortable, because it forces you to confront the lie that suffering equals results, that the hungrier you are, the closer you are to your goal. But hunger isn't proof of progress, it's a plea for help. It's your body whispering, "I need more," yet most of us ignore it. We wear hunger like a badge of honor, convinced that if we can endure a little more pain, we'll earn our dream body. But what kind of dream requires you to go numb to your own needs? What kind of victory costs your peace? Here's the thing, when you eat more, you start feeling again. Energy returns, focus sharpens, emotions surface. Sometimes that's the hardest part, facing what you've been numbing with restriction. Because food isn't just fuel, it's comfort, connection, memory. We use it to celebrate, to cope, to escape. And when you stop depriving yourself, you have to meet those emotions head on. That's where real transformation begins. Not when you drop a pant size, but when you drop the shame that's been weighing more than any number ever could. There's a moment, quiet but unforgettable, when you eat a full, balanced meal and realize you're not scared anymore. You're not negotiating bites or counting guilt in grams. You're simply eating, savoring, trusting. That's healing. That's the body exhaling after years of survival. And it's not just about metabolism, it's about self-worth. When you eat enough consistently, you send a message to your body that says, "I care about you." And your body listens. It responds with vitality, with energy, with calm, because you finally stopped treating it like a problem to fix and started treating it like a partner to protect. The irony is, the more you feed yourself with real food, real rest, real compassion, the less you crave chaos. Emotional eating fades, not because you forced yourself to stop, but because the root cause, deprivation, dissolves. You can't binge your way out of starvation, and you can't starve your way out of shame, but you can nourish your way into balance. That's the secret most diets will never teach you, because balance doesn't sell, but it heals. It rebuilds trust where punishment once ruled. So here's the emotional truth no calorie calculator can measure. You can't heal a body you hate, and you can't feed a body you fear. Eating more isn't just about metabolism, it's about reconciliation. It's about meeting your reflection and saying, you deserve to be fed, you deserve to feel good, because weight loss isn't just physical release, it's emotional release. It's letting go of the lies that kept you small, the ones that told you hunger was dangerous, food was the enemy, and thinness was salvation. You were never broken, you were just hungry for nourishment, for safety, for peace. And when you finally start giving your body enough, not too much, not too little, just enough, something extraordinary happens. The obsession fades, the anxiety quiets, the noise of dieting, of guilt, of comparison, it all starts to dissolve. In its place comes something softer, steadier, trust. And that trust is freedom. The kind that doesn't come from control, but from connection. The kind that doesn't chase the body you want, but builds it. meal by meal, choice by choice, breath by breath.